8 seconds to Codyssi, day 9. Let's see how it goes. Let's go. List of transactions. Sum of the 3 highest balances after all the transactions. Has, okay, and then we have 2, and these are the money. Okay. So we have let's do like counts for sim counts we do user like pool balance is c dot split on has and users of pool equal int balance print users where am I? What? Test x1 plus a print counts. Well, sure, split lines. Nice, we got it. And now we do for trans split lines. What we do is we do source is t of, so wait, let's split on the 2, I guess. So source test is t dot split on the 2. Let's get rid of the spaces. And now we can do source is actually source. We only take from the 5th character, and the destination is D, but we take, so now we have to do actually dm is d dot split on the space amt space, and that should be it, I guess. So let's print sdm. Very nice. Now we can do dev transaction. This takes the users source test money So here we just do transaction users source test int m, and now we do here users of source. If it works. No, it doesn't work probably. For what is just users dot values. What incorrect answer? 2603 is not the max. Oh, the sum of the three highest. I'm stupid. Print sum of sorted L versus true, but we only take the first three. 9727. Ah, this was bad. This is bad. 9727. Limited. All of the sender's money is transferred to, of course, this leaves the sender with a balance. Hmm. Sorry, yeah, so if, wait, if users of s is greater, sorry, is less than m, it's the mean between the two, sorry, it's the mean, not the max. Mean. Okay. 5954. Oh shit. I think I have to take this. Okay. Mm. Okay, so we have to do another transaction as soon as I get a debt, as soon as I get money. Okay. We probably need debts is like this, and let's do debts of who is like a list. Well, this can be this. Well, let's do this. For k users dot keys, we do debts of who is this, and we do x we have x0 for x in users.keys. Let me think. Well, actually, we could use a priority queue for debts. We could do something like, so these are those. Debts could be a priority queue. So just keep the number of debts. In the order they're created. Let me think how to do this. Because the problem is that if I have an already opened debt with someone and I create and I have to give him more money, I don't create a new debt, but I add stuff to the already present debt in the queue. I think that's how it works. But this feels debts can be partially repaid. So and then owes 100 to Bravo in another debt. So alpha is 100, transfer 150 to Bravo, then transfer that to Delta. This example is left at 0. Owes that to Bravo in a debt. Okay, so that's easier. Okay, so that's easier. So we're gonna do transaction. So let's just change this. We're gonna have just that is that. We can just do 4k in users.keys. We do debts of k is just a list. Right. We just have, well, it's just an empty queue. Let's just do from well, it's like periodic is like from hit queue import hit push hit pop. Okay, and this is just a list. Now the transaction also takes debts, and now what we do is, so if m is greater, so there are some things to do. So we have to check some stuff. So first we're gonna check if, so we have to perform the transaction first. So if the amount of money is greater than users of the source, then we have pay and create debt, and if like else we just pay. Else we just gonna pay. Okay, so if m is greater than that, no, let's just do the standard pay. So in this case we have to first check for active debts. So the problem is that here we have to call the heapify every time, right? No, we don't, because we don't change the priority, we just change the value inside. So we do if depths of this case we are sending, so we have to send the money. So for sure what we do is we have to do users, so that this is just stays there, so it's just the mean of users of s and the m. This is the amount of money, so now we can just do users of s. For sure will be the quoted t, but now we have to well, no, this doesn't happen here. We can just have m here because we have that m is for sure greater. Sorry, if it is greater, so is at least equal, so that's fine. So we just do users of s minus equal t. And now we do so if so for priority user depth value in depths of the receiver, so of the destination, we do if dv. No, wait. So now m receives t. So let's just do, because we have to allocate those to repaying debts. So we have to do while t is greater than 0. We have to do the priority, the current debt, so the user, and the depth value will be depths of m dot top, right? Can we do top? And without popping, can we do that? Top. push, hip pop, hipify, hip replace. I want a top. Why is there not a top in this fucking library? Hip push, hip pop. Well, I can just reinsert it. Okay, I can just reinsert it again. So let's just hip pop that, hip pop of that, of this. Okay, now we do if the depth, so we just do t if t is, so remain is, so we have to pay b to thing is that we should create another transaction here. That's the problem, because if I repay and then that guy has adapt, it has to again do that. So this is very weird. This is probably going to be a recursive thing. Okay, in this case, while t is greater than 0, so we want to use all of these t, so we can do transaction so we literally just have to do db. We have to send him db, but we have to send db to user. So we can either, if we have enough t, then send db to user with transaction. Otherwise, if we don't, just send mean between t and db. So we just send t to user with transaction. Otherwise, yeah, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do transaction and we do user stats. The source is myself, so it's source. The destination is user, and the money is the minimum between, well, we can just try to send everything, so db. And that will handle everything, yes. And then we do, let's do this. So let's just make simple transactions. So if t is greater than m, t is greater than db, then we have enough money. Greater or equal than db, then we have enough money. So what we're doing is we just do transaction users debts, source is source, destination is user, and we send db. And this is going to be a simple transaction. Now else it means that we don't have enough money. So what we do is we have to just do transaction users debts source user t, and we're gonna put back p, so heap push inside debts. We're gonna put in priority is the same, user is the same, but we have db minus t here, so we owe him less money. Okay, this is okay. The thing is here, so if I am transferring no, this is a wrong approach. The good approach is this. The good approach is this, is def receive and this is just users debts receiver money. And here what we do is we do if so for we do this loop, so for so we do while money is greater than 0, we do p user, we do all of this stuff. So while money is greater than 0, we do this stuff. If in this case we're calling it money, we do a transaction. So this is actually the send. It's not transaction, we call this send. So let's do if, let's do try this, except just break, because we have no more debts. At the end of the while, we just do users of myself, so receiver is going to be plus equal money, the leftover money. The send is, so in the send we don't have to do much. We have to create a new debt though if needed. So we do let's call this R. So sender receiver money. Sender receiver and money. In the receive we don't care about who gave us the money. So if money is, like we do, current is users of sender. If current is greater than money, greater equal, then it's fine. Then we just send. So we just we can just remove stuff from, so we can do users of sender minus equal money, and we do receive users debts. Receiver is going to be receiver and money. Else we do money, we update the money is equal to current. Well, we can just do the same. So users of current will be minus equal. So users of sender minus equal current. So we just drain, and then we make the other guy receive. So receive users. That's receiver money, and then we add, so we do heap push, because in this case we need to add, well, they are in order of creation, so we don't need a queue, we just need a normal queue, we don't need stuff. So we don't need pop, we just need to do depth.pop left. This was any push though. It's any pop, so just it's depths of receiver dot pop left. And in this case we do depths of this current, so the sender dot end, and we put in this case, yeah, we append, so we don't care the p anymore, don't care about this anymore, and here what we do is we just append so we have the receiver, how much money is just current minus money, sorry, money minus current, right? What's the problem? Transaction. Just send missing money, where in send $942 send here. String 19 send. What? Because here I will put users. What is this thing? Money? What did I do here? So if money is greater or equal than that, then I send to this. Otherwise, we send to user depths as user t. Is this t? There's the problem here. Otherwise, we just send everything. If the money that I have to give them is greater than my debt, I just send the debt. What did I do here? Wait. What is T here? If the money money is the stuff that I'm receiving. So if the stuff that I'm receiving is greater than this, then I just send the DB to that. And then I here, okay, now I have also to do money minus equal DB. Otherwise, I send everything. So I send all of the money. So in this case, the debt is greater than the money I'm receiving. So I send to user all of the money. Money is 0. And then I put in the debt again. So I have to do debts.append, and I put in user db minus money. That's it. Not append. Why? Dict, because it's debts of my debts. So depth of receiver. To 511. So 542. So it sort of works. Because here I pop it, but I should put it back. Like I shouldn't put it back on the right. I have to put it on the front. Can I do can you have the queue, append, clear, copy count, insert pop, remove. Oh, I can append left though. That's nice. So in this case, we are doing append left. Same. Can append left. We should definitely append it left. In this case, I have to append it left, and then we reset money, so we don't receive anything. So let's print where I'm printing stuff here. Don't want this. Let's print depths and let's print users. Print the so for k items print k. B. Let's print B here. So there's this guy that has some stuff. Charlie has 0. That's okay. Delta has 386. Foxtrot. Okay, so it's sort of nice. It's sort of fine. There's some errors. There's a bug somewhere. When I perform a send, I just have to send. So I do that. Because, okay, so this is something. Because that's okay. Because like here, so from here we are sure that we are sending enough stuff. So we're never basically triggering twice here. So that's okay. because here if we are receiving and we like every time we receive we send, we never create debts with the send, because we're always sending enough money, because we always send either dB here. So if money here is not enough, so if the stuff that I have to send is greater than the debt, so a debt is created when I have no money, and from when I have no money onwards, like here we just do a while, so we just, until I have debts, I spend all of the money that I receive. That's okay. And if I pay all of my debts, then I just get the money. Then transfers another 100 to Bravo. In this case, it has nothing. So as 100 spends 150, so owns 50 to Bravo and 100, so 50 to Bravo, and owes in another debt. that's fine. Like I have separate depths, that's fine to have separate depths. Let me do one thing. Let me print the sum of L. And the initial sum of L. So the initial is like this. So this should be so the initial money is that, the final money is that. So I am generating some money. So the debt is paid here. Okay, I think I found the bug after a while. It was here. I was sending money like this, but actually it should be current here. So I was sending more money than what the sender had. So that's the reason why. So here works on a test input. The actual input is this. We have consistent transactions, I think, and now what we're gonna do is just submit this value here. Yep. Today's problem was nice, and yeah, not great today. I think I am really, really far away in the leaderboard. Where am I? Here, 13th. Well, yeah. Also, other people solved it. The thing is that the intuition here was to really start writing the send receive thing like as soon as possible. That was probably the good thing here to do. Or maybe even with classes in a sort of object-oriented way was better. Okay, see you next time.